Okay. Greetings, loved ones. I wanted to switch it up today, so that's why I'm in this chair. And I have wet hair. Just kidding, I just got out of the shower, that's why I have wet hair. I just wanted to do the big relax today and talk about a couple of things that have been on my mind, if you will, that I have been overthinking a lot of the time. And I just want to do a kind of a stream of consciousness vid, if you will. The first video I ever filmed kind of like this style of video where I was just like, am I alone? Here I am talking into the abyss at my camera. And that was my watch this if you're sad or lonely video. And a lot of you happen to like that very much. So here I am doing a watch this if you're overthinking video because it's relevant to my life, just like that one was when I was both sad and lonely. Anyways, let's just get into the topic of today's video, which is overthinking, and also just like really harboring past memories to the point where I try to search for meaning in them, even if there is literally no meaning at all. That's been the story of my life recently. So I wanted to chat about it and be like, hey, do you feel this way too? Is this also happening to you? Because occurrences happen in the universe every now and again where people are just picking up on the same thing you're putting down, right? Like this has been the story of my reality recently. I have been thinking about past boys who screwed me over or that I used to have something going with, or maybe didn't even wrong me, but just were in my life for a period of time. And just thinking about them, just like checking up on them, just all that stuff. I'm in a very happy relationship. I don't know why I'm doing that, but all of the memories are coming back all at once. They're in my dreams. They're in my DMs. They're everywhere. They're everywhere, truly. And last night I had a dream about some guy from high school and I was like, why the f is this happening? You know? I woke up being like, do I need to talk to, let's call him Seth? Do I need to talk to Seth or something? Like, why am I thinking about this? And then I just kind of stress myself out because I'm like, why did I have that dream? And then I keep thinking blah 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 about all these things. I go on frickin' Twitter, right? I see a tweet from somebody who I respect her. I think she's great. I think that she says a lot of things that I personally agree with and love. Her name is Miriam Hasna. Highly recommend her if you like following spirituality accounts, people who tweet stuff where you're like, why are you reading my mind, you know? Anyways, she tweeted, unfinished business season. The other day when I was thinking about, I guess, unfinished business with those past people, but at the same time, I'm like, I have nothing to finish with them. You know what I mean? So this all being said, that has been happening. I also started High Fidelity on Hulu last night, and that also felt like, oh, this is funny and timely because she's literally going through her past 5 exes and she's trying to solve the either unfinished business or see why they left her or see why it didn't work out, what was wrong with her, all of these things. And I just thought it was so funny because she was like bringing up old shit and being like, why did I do this, you know? And when I think about the reason why I'm thinking about these people, I can't even find a reason other than possibly Mercury being in retrograde. I know that some of you are going to be in the comment section down there being like, shut the absolute hell up, or you just turned the video off. Some people are pro believing in Mercury retrograde occurrences, and some people are very like, you're fucking crazy, I don't care about anything, don't care about astrology, all these things, you know? But it's like, it's fine. We can just all agree to disagree on some things. But when I started having all these feelings coming back up, or just, not even just boys, but just like past feelings and events coming back into my memory where I'm just like, what is that? I realized that Mercury went into retrograde on like February 9th or something, and it's going to be in retrograde until March 16th. So we have a ways to go. Good luck for all of you. Coffee done. Moving on. Why am I talking about the things that are in my mind currently? Well, I'll freaking tell you. I thought that maybe I was getting sentimental, or I was just getting nostalgic, just thinking about all the stuff that happened to me in the past. But not only has this been happening to me, but it's also been happening to Finley with people that he used to know in the past and hasn't talked to in literal years, and then they like hit him back up. Anyways, I digress. I'm not the only one. But I really get into this mindset when these things happen to me to where I'm like, why am I thinking about this? And then I start overthinking it, being like, what's wrong with me? Why do I want to reconnect with these people? And overthinking into a loop, into a hole, truly. That just has no end. And hey, maybe the answer is everything is meaningless, okay? Things just happen. They might feel like timely occurrences to you, but we're all just living life and life is living through us. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, does anything matter at all? I don't know. But I realized upon like diving into that and being like overthinking about past shit and talking to Finley about it and being like, I don't even know why I just thought about that motherfucker. I haven't thought about him in 4 years, you know? But here he is knocking on the door of my brain, weird. And he was like, you know, I just don't think it means as much as you think it does. But I have this, I wouldn't say it's a problem. It's more of just like a character trait of mine, where if something occurs in my life, you know, Finley and I have a disagreement about something or somebody says something to me, I think myself into a hole about it for the entire day, often to the point where it consumes me and I can no longer do other things because I'm overthinking that thing so much. And also to the point where I exhaust the thing that happened to me. Like if Finley and I have a disagreement about something, right? I just sit there and I have to ask questions. I have to talk to him about it. I have to say, no, but we're not done with this yet because my brain's not done with it yet. So I'm going to exhaust this conversation until I feel as though it's resolved, which maybe is a bad character trait, but also it helps me not go to bed upset because I feel as though I've found a solution. Does that make sense?
A few moments later.
Sorry about that. Larry took himself on a little bit of an adventure and my neighbor just brought him back. Oh, was that you or me? Just kidding, it was me. But now Rue has joined me to continue upon what I was saying, which is, does any of this make sense? No, probably not. Also, does any of this matter? No, it probably does not. But that's the thing with overthinking, is oftentimes it doesn't even matter. You don't need to exhaust yourself. You don't need to get yourself into a freaking thought loop, go down the rabbit hole, fall down it, never come back. Just kidding, I always come back, but I really just exhaust it to the point where it's like, it's not fun for anybody. And I need to get better about that, especially for my own brain, even if I don't voice it, you know, if somebody else is not involved in the process of me reckoning with whatever's going over in my head that I'm overthinking, then it's just me. All of it's just on me. I'm just thinking about it. I'm just ruining my own day, just having a bunch of thoughts about who even knows what. So, even more timely, this morning I was reading a book, and it's not like an advice book. It's the second book in Philip Pullman's Book of Dust series. It's called The Secret Commonwealth. And I was reading this bit about how Lyra had this girl at her school who had something bad happen to her, and Lyra wanted to cheer her up and make her feel like she had reached a solution to her constant overthinking. So this is the paragraph that I took a photo of because I need this. Lyra borrowed a pencil and a piece of paper from George and drew 3 columns. One headed, things to do. The next, things to find out. And the third, things to stop worrying about. And I was like, wow, I need that. Seriously, I need to do that exercise, especially the things to stop worrying about column. It would be great for me because when you divide an issue in your mind into things to do about it, you could be like, oh, maybe I could chill the fuck out and go meditate or something on it for however long. Or I could talk to said individual who this involves. Or I could just journal about it with myself so I feel as though I've reached a conclusion. There also might be things to find out. Maybe you don't know all of the stuff that you're thinking over and over in your head about, and you got to check in with somebody else and be like, did I hear this right, or is there more to the story? Tell me, please. So, things to find out. It could be anything. And then the last one, things to stop worrying about. Probably just the issue in general. I mean, obviously there are things that you need to worry about in life every now and again. But overthinking and over-worrying it's really just a lot. It just can melt your brain into 1,000 pieces, in my experience. And I feel like all of this is only fueled by people's anxiety or anxious tendencies that they have. She doesn't want to hang out anymore. But basically what I'm trying to say is, heck, I know I'm not alone, so that's why I'm making this video, because I found that 3-column idea to be very helpful for me today. Because for the thing that I was worrying about, which was why am I having all of these flooding memories of my past that feels as though it's irrelevant to my present. Although it is part of me, I feel as though it's like, why is this coming up? So if I was putting this into example for myself, for you right now, things to do. Well, probably stop thinking about it too much. Maybe talk to somebody in my life who knows some of these people and just get a confirmation. Hey, nothing to worry about here. Things to find out. Am I alone in having all of these flooding memories of people, or people hitting me up from a while ago, or just whatever it might be? Am I alone? That's what I want to find out. So that's kind of why I'm making this video. And then the last column, things to stop worrying about, is really just the whole thing in general. But then again, I love to worry. Worry me, worry bee. I don't know what that means, but I'm a worrying bee today and this whole past week. It's really just been an interesting ride. But I wanted to just make this to give you guys that little exercise. Say, hey, you're not alone. I hope I'm not either. I love you so much. I hope this helped. I really don't know exactly what this was. It was just stream of consciousness, me vibing out, brothers, just freaking, I don't even know, unloading all of my life's and brain's burdens on you. And I hope you accepted them with open arms. Comment down below your experiences with overthinking, with getting yourself into thought loops, with discovering that life is meaningless and we're all just here existing and trying our best, because that's how I currently feel. I mean, life's meaning, I believe, is to be here and be happy. So why would I spend my time overthinking all of the things that happen in my life to like get to a deeper point of pain or whatever it might be? A bunch of different concoctions I could concoct in my head. But sometimes it's just better to leave it be, baby. So that's just what I've looped back to yet again. Gotta love it. Oh, what's the point? Anyways, just screaming into the abyss today. How about you? Love you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, if you even want to after this. Don't know what it was, but I hope you enjoyed it. Ring the notifications bell if you want to be notified when I upload. You can become a patron of mine if you want to support my earnings for this month. And until my next video, stay smiling. Bye, guys. I hope you're making it through the retrograde just perfectly fine. I'm fine. I don't know about you, but I'm doing fine. I'm fine.